What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Thursday's main NBA DFS slate. All right, guys, man, I'm so happy to be back. So go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and drop a like on the video real quick. That really helps out the channel. And if you're new to DraftKings addict, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. And as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know who you love and you hate. We're back to the NBA post All-Star break. So let's get into it, guys. So first off, give me a follow over at DK_addict over on Twitter. Alrighty, guys. Today we have a couple of game time decisions, and things may change. So check me out over on Twitter. Also, make sure you're following at Fantasy Labs NBA. That's a good resource for injuries and updates to lineups and stuff like that. All right, so Draft Dashboard is my research tool of choice, guys. If you like what you see, there's a 30-day trial for $1. The link is in the description of this video if you want to check this software out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go on over to NBA. Ooh, we got MLB coming up soon. Oh, man, so if you're excited about MLB, just put in hashtag MLB in the comment below, guys. I did MLB last year for the first time, and I loved it, but it's a lot of research. Oh, my God, there's so many variances when it comes to MLB. It's tough, but if I get enough hashtag MLBs, we'll get those MLB popping for this year as well. So, again, hashtag MLB in the comments. So, position optimizer, let's get to it. All right, at point guard, right now, all right, these are my favorite plays at the moment of doing my research. We have a couple of situations where people like Lillard and Giannis and some other guys, Capella, are game time decisions right now, technically. But they could be announced to start or sit or whatever. So keep an eye out for that. But right now, Chris Paul is my favorite point guard on the slate right now at 7.6K, going up against the Lakers, who are garbage when it comes to defense. These guys here, you don't know what's going to happen, man. But I think the last game that they played, both teams, the Lakers and their opponent, put up 130-plus points each. And so if Houston and the Lakers duel it out that way, where they both score 120-something points, I want some of the offense on at Houston side. So as you can see, right now it's a 233-point over and under, and the Rockets are favored by 2.5 points on the road versus the Los Angeles Lakers. So that being said, Chris Paul has a positive history versus his team: 35, 55, 39, and 53 in the last 4 matchups versus his team. All right, at 7.6K, his minutes has been consistent, and he's had a good amount of time off, alrighty, to rest that hamstring and to make sure everything is okay. So, Chris Paul, 7.6K, love him. All right, Devin Booker, 7.7K, going up against Cleveland. Alrighty, again, playing consistent minutes around 35 plus. I believe they're on the road this game. God dang it, come on now. Yeah, they're on the road, so they're in Cleveland. Alrighty, but there's only a 1-point differential between these two teams. 218 is the over and under. I personally think that's a little low, but Devin Booker, the main guy on this team, high usage, 30-something percent when it comes to his usage on Phoenix. And so at 7.7K, to me, he's too cheap for that price. So I definitely like me some Devin Booker. Alrighty. Colin Sexton, again, another guy, too cheap, 4.9K. You're going to hear that phrase a lot today, too cheap. As I did my research yesterday, there's a lot of players that look too cheap. So I'm going to have a hard time zeroing in on my player pool. But you got to do what you got to do, right? So Colin Sexton, though, at 4.9K, playing 30-plus minutes. He played 45 minutes the last game and is averaging 30 DraftKings points. And he gets a plus-plus matchup versus Phoenix, one of the best matchups in the league when it comes to the point guard position. So at 4.9K, this kid is too cheap. And he's playing at home. And I believe, yeah, they're the favorites. All right, by 1 whole point. All righty, so Rajon Rondo, I originally had him in my list, but, man, the Lakers have too much going on with their guards. We don't know who's going to play what minutes. So I don't think I'm going to take a chance with Mr. Rondo today at 5.8K. But, versus Houston, if he gets the minutes, he definitely could produce. But I'm going to go ahead and take him off my player pool right now. All right, Ben Simmons, keep an eye out for him. We got word that Embiid was out. So Ben Simmons is somebody that we could pay up for. All righty, but dude burned me last time he played. So I'm still a little hurt by that one. So, but he is in a good spot at home, going up against Miami. 220-point over and under, not too bad, and they're 6.5 point favorites. All right, me personally, I like Tobias Harris better for the price point. All right, but Ben Simmons again could get a lot of extra usage with Embiid being out. So next up, shooting guard, James Harden. Just get you some James Harden, guys. I know he's 11.6K, but this guy's a beast. All right, if you look at his history versus the Lakers, he's averaging 74 DraftKings points versus this team. 78, 85, 58, 45, 70. Yes, but they got Chris Paul, but it's a 233 point over and under. All righty. So, as we know, James Paul can fill up the stat sheets when it comes. I mean, not James Paul. Oh, my God. James Harden can fill up the stat sheets when it comes to points, assists, rebounds. He's even added in steals this year because they used to say James Harden doesn't play any defense. So, let's get it, guys. 11.6K, get you some James Harden. I'm not saying have 100% James Harden, but get you some James Harden. All right. Again, shooting guard. Let me see. Oh, man. Got a couple options, but again, right now, looks like my favorite shooting guard is going to be, man, let's see. That's a tough one, man. Besides Devin Booker, I guess you can play some Klay Thompson going up against that young Sacramento team. Yeah, that game is projected to blow out, but Klay's only 6.5K, all righty, at home, 239 over and under. He plays consistent minutes, puts up a ton of shots, does other things around peripherals when it comes to defense and rebounding. So at 6.5K, he could be a good value in that game. That could be a blowout. Bogdanovich, all right, to me, he's too inconsistent, but at 4.5K, he seems too cheap for a guy that's averaging 28 minutes a game. Eric Gordon, again, going up against the Lakers. Defense is trash. He's playing 30-plus minutes. He could be a good play there as well. We got a lot of options at shooting guard, man. But right now, my favorite is Devin Booker at 7.7K. Ooh, even Chris Middleton versus Boston. I don't think a lot of people are going to pay that, but that's going to be a good game. That Milwaukee-Boston game, a nice little preview to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, next up, small forward. For me, my favorite small forward on the slate is going to be Kyle Kuzma going up against Houston, guys. Come on now. This young man is playing 34-plus minutes. All righty, he's putting up a ton of shots. All right, his usage is high, and he gets the Rockets. As you can see, he's averaging 38 DraftKings points versus the Rockets in the past, with 51, 41, and 23 in the last 3 games versus this team. And at 5.9K, he's too cheap in my opinion. All right, so he's my favorite small forward on the slate. Next up, Tobias Harris again with Embiid sitting 6.6K. This guy's too cheap in my opinion. All right, new guy on that team, and he has a nice spot at 6.6K. He's too cheap in my opinion. Next up, Harrison Barnes. I'm having a hard time with this one, but he's in a great spot at 4.7K, playing 36, 30, and 41 minutes in the last 3 games over there for Sacramento. High over and under the game. Old team narrative. You know, he used to play for Golden State. All right, so at 4.7K, he's too cheap in my opinion. Again, he's averaging 32 DraftKings points versus this team, and for 4.7K, that's a good amount of points to average. And so I will have some Harrison Barnes in my lineups, even though I don't love it. PJ Tucker is my punt at 3.9K. If you need some salary relief, 3.9K, PJ Tucker versus the Lakers. This guy does a lot when it comes to peripherals. Maybe gets a couple extra rebounds, couple extra steals. All righty. Hopefully his 3 ball is dropping. But as you can see, he's very inconsistent. But at 3.9K in a plus matchup versus the Lakers, high over and under game, this guy's going to play 35-plus minutes. All right, because he's pretty much Houston's on-ball defender. So PJ Tucker could be a good punt at 3.9K. So next up, power forward. All righty, guys. Of course, LeBron James is going to be in play. But if you look at his history versus Houston, he has not really blown up versus them. All righty, averaging somewhere around 45 DraftKings points, and for a guy that's 10.6K, we're going to need a little bit more than that. But he's at home, coming off a break, letting that groin and everything heal, played an all-star game. So, hey, 10.6K LeBron, definitely can't keep him out the talk, but right now he's not one of my favorites. Al Horford. Now, this guy's been on fire. All right, 52-50 in his last 2 games, and if you look at Milwaukee, he plays well versus Milwaukee. Again, I like this game. Boston versus Milwaukee, 6K for a guy that's going to play 30-plus minutes and that has decent usage somewhere around 20%. Definitely like Al Horford. Draymond Green. Oh, I thought I had him checked, but I guess I don't. So let me go ahead and add him onto the list. All right, so Draymond Green definitely in a good spot, 6K. Again, I know this game is projected to be a blowout, but this guy here does so much for the team as far as rebounding, assisting, blocking, stealing. He could put up his value, which is 36 plus, in a little bit of time that he does play, if it is in fact a blowout. But you never know. Those young Sacramento kids could possibly keep the game interesting for 3 quarters, which would be great for Draymond Green's value. All right, next up, we already talked about PJ Tucker. So that's all my power fours that I like at the moment. That my favorites. Again, guys, if I didn't mention somebody like Giannis, if he suits up, I definitely like Giannis at 10.8K. But again, right now he's not my favorite at that price. Yep. So a lot of the guys that I have at power forward or eligible at center as well, like DeMarcus Cousins. All right, dang, I didn't check him either. Good Lord. So DeMarcus Cousins, I like his spot. Again, 6K going up against his old team. He played for Sacramento for a long time. All right, it might be a little bit of revenge narrative there. So at 6.1K, this guy's been averaging 32 points. All righty. So again, 6.1K, too cheap in my opinion. We already talked about Draymond Green and Al Horford. You could take a shot with Mr. Willie Cauley-Stein at 4.9K. He's only playing around 27 minutes on average the last 3 games, but his history versus Golden State, he has smashed a couple of times. So you could consider that one as well. So I don't know if I'm going to go with Boban. All right. 3.5K, he's too cheap in my opinion. So maybe a cash play, because he'll probably be popular with Embiid being out. But I'm going to be honest, I don't love it, just to be honest. All righty. So all chalk ain't good chalk. Okay, guys. All right. So those are all my favorite plays at the moment, guys. Again, not my only plays, but my favorite plays at the moment. All right. So, guys, if you sign up for Draft Dashboard with the link in the description of my video, 30-day trial for $1. When you go over to your watch players list, if you click on Watch DK Addicts Picks, it will load my player pool into your Draft Dashboard. Then you can come over to the lineup optimizer and optimize your lineup. All righty. So once it builds your lineup, if you like what you see, just click save. If you want to tweak it, I have $400 left over. I can go in here and possibly upgrade, let's say, CJ McCollum to Klay Thompson. There you go, right there. Bam. So now I got Booker, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, Al Horford, DeMarcus Cousins, Chris Paul, Draymond Green, and Colin Sexton. Save that. All right, if I want to build a bunch of lineups, I go to the mass lineup generator. You could build anywhere between 10 to 100 lineups. All right, so if I want to build 20, bam, go right there. Max enter that $GPP and click generate lineups and let Draft Dashboard do all the heavy lifting for me. All right, also, guys, don't forget we have the NBA cheat sheet. Check that closer to lineup lock, probably about an hour before lineup lock to get the best picks right here. If you're pressed for time and need to get some quick picks, there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and look at my favorite plays at the moment. All right, guys, so Chris Paul, point guard, Devin Booker versus Cleveland. All righty, at 7.7K, too cheap. Kyle Kuzma going up against Houston. Dude is going to eat. If you look at his history versus the team, he averages 38 DraftKings points in the 3 times these 2 teams have met. And this guy's playing 30-plus minutes over the last couple of games, so he should be good to go. All right, Tobias Harris, that whole back issue that Kuzma had should be good now with that time off. Tobias Harris, again, has smashed the 2 times that he's played against Miami. All righty, and he's playing good minutes, putting up good amount of shots. All righty, I expect his rebounds to be up. All right, so Tobias Harris, I like him as well. And, of course, DeMarcus Cousins, again, I'm going with the revenge narrative. The guy 6.1K. Yes, he looked like he's capped out at around 28 minutes, but in that 28 minutes, he can fill up the stat sheet. As you can see, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 12 points. Nice double-double there. So I'm expecting the same thing today for Mr. Cousins. So those are my favorite plays, guys. Not saying I'm going to have 100% of these guys in every lineup, but I will have a good amount of them spread out. So, for instance, if I'm not playing Chris Paul, maybe I go with James Harden and leaves me 4K per position. Or, I want to go with Ben Simmons, with that whole situation with them not having Embiid. All right, that leaves me 5,200. So, as you can see, guys, we got a lot of options today on this 6-game slate. So, don't forget to drop your comments, guys. Let me know who you love, who you hate. All righty, if you could, before you leave, guys, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know who you love, who you hate. And so, as you can see right here, guys, I have 20 lineups built. And as you can see, we had the projected points right here. But again, they're just projections, guys. And so all you have to do is just select the lineups that you like and then export those lineups, all right, by hitting this button right here. And that works for both DraftKings and FanDuel, guys. So good luck on today's slate, and I'll holler at you guys next time. Peace.